Sudan is the world's largest producer of gum arabic, accounting for 70% of the global supply. Sourced from acacia trees, gum arabic is a key ingredient used in the manufacture of sodas, candy, and makeup products. Millions of people in the country earn their incomes directly or indirectly from this industry. However, the sector has been struggling to survive during the ongoing conflict. The main gum harvesting regions of Kordofan and Darfur are in the major conflict zones.
People in the production areas are suffering from transportation, which has become extremely expensive. Transportation cost has increased by a factor of 6 or 7. People are also experiencing problem on the road because it has become very long. Instead of going through Madani, trucks now come through Singa and East Sena. These issues delay the flow of goods for export.
Exports previously reached 120,000 tons annually. This is according to estimates from the Gum Arabic Exporters Chamber. However, production now has almost halved.
The reality is that Sudanese exports come from unsafe areas, meaning that 80 to 90% of exports have stopped.
The industry did see some relief last month when the army took over El Obeid, the capital of North Kordofan state. The city had been under RSF siege for nearly 2 years. The bulk of the product currently passes through the city for export via land ports on the borders with Chad and Egypt. However, major bottlenecks still remain. Sophia Shimechero, CGTN.
In Sudan, where temperatures can reach 45 degrees Celsius in the shade, the sap of the acacia tree is harvested by hand. This sap, known as gum arabic, is so useful it forms the foundation of hundreds of consumer products, from glossy magazines to fruit juice and soda and chewing gum. Pharmaceutical companies around the world turn the sap into medicines that save human lives. Sudan is the world's largest producer of gum arabic. In 2012, its exports reached 50,000 metric tons, or 70% of the world's supply, boosting the country's GDP and earning incomes for local farmers. Up until recently, conflict, instability, and weak institutions marred this centuries-old industry. Producer incomes were low and their taxes were high as a result of market practices that were not in their favor. In July 2009, the government of Sudan, alongside the World Bank, launched an initiative to reform the country's gum arabic industry. The aim of this project is to increase the income of small-scale gum arabic producers and help the government break its own monopoly so that exporters of gum arabic compete fairly for the product in an open market. Now there are 61 companies exporting gum arabic to markets across the globe, as opposed to just one government-owned company before the project. Just this one policy reform measure has greatly influenced the industry. Through the project, small-scale producers have formed their own gum arabic producer associations to protect their interests and increase their selling power. These associations are able to store surplus stock till they see higher prices. Working together, they're also able to invest in community projects like water reservoirs that improve the quality of life for everyone in the village.
والله الحمد لله الصمغ استفدنا منها في الخزان من الجمعية والمعيشة الحمد لله رب العالمين برضو كمان يعني ارتحنا شوية من زمان كنا بنشتغل للناس هسه بقينا يعني نشتغل من حق الجمعية.
Nearly 12,000 people in 5 states in Sudan have benefited from the project. The government of Sudan hopes to scale up this work, helping local gum arabic producers in 13 other states, including Darfur, by 2017.